Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon, where I'll be talking about the movies, obviously TV shows, merchandising, I don't know, what have you. If it's related to Disney in some shape or form, then yes, there's a good chance I'll be talking about it. So let's cut to the damn chase because here's another level of stupidity we're going to be talking about here, folks. Yes, of course, it's in regards of these religious individuals, specifically the American Family News, to be more precise here, obviously. And they're claiming there's still a few people out there who are still buying what Disney is selling. So, okay, yeah, that's still a thing, yeah. I mean, yes, of course, movies like Strange World, oh, the Buzz Lightyear movie, or Intermental weren't exactly the biggest hits like they were homing for, sure. But they're acting as if that's somehow evidence. Though I guess in recent years, the lackluster film products, some of which haven't been as grand as they wanted to be, I guess, and somehow that's evidence as to that they're sick of the LGBT plus community in the movies. Like that's a form of gaslighting, by the way, which it is. It's a form of gaslighting. But point being, the pro LGBT plus even the more okay. The thing is that even the more successful films like the pro LGBT Thor, Love and Thunder actually did pretty okay in the box office, along with the Doctor Strange 2, the one with the Mate universe kind of thing. Yeah, those two actually did fairly well on the box office. So I don't know what they're talking about there. So anyway, which yes they do mention, by the way. Anyway, point being is that they'll claim that Pixar is losing its steam, and along with Disney because they're corrupted now, and which again has no evidence really. But that aside, yeah, they will have a thing again. They have like this, I guess, statements from this one individual named Dawn, whom is of this accuracy of in media states that the entertainer is no longer reading the room, so to speak, because the failure of their recent films just shows that they're not in tune with the audiences anymore because they're more in tune with the more liberals and Democrats because they have abandoned family values. Like they're not about that anymore like they were in the past. Again, there's no evidence to back this up, like at all whatsoever. But basically, bottom line here is that they're saying that political incorrectness has taken over what it means to make a good movie, what it means to make a good story. If anything, they're referring to the whole woke culture, the social justice warriors, and the feminazis. They're listening to those groups instead than worrying about what it means to make a good movie and make a good amount of money, which again is a form of gaslighting. So if anything, the Disney Corporation, the I guess more specifically the parents who grew up with the original Disney Corporation, the G-rated content, continue to be disappointed with the quote unquote indoctrination and virtue signaling, which again, there's no evidence to back this up. I know I keep saying that, but that's what it is. There's no evidence to back any of this up. It just sounds so ridiculously stupid what these people are saying. And I mean, yes, you can support the LGBT plus community without being a part of the woke culture, the social justice wars, and the feminazis. You can separate all of those from the LGBT plus community. That is possible. Are there bad storylines with the LGBT plus community? Yes, there's plenty of bad stories with them. Like for example, Life is Strange 2. That's a terrible game. Well, that kind of thing with the minorities being the main characters and whatnot. And I mean, I have my own issues with that game itself because it tries to make white people like the villains or whatever, which in itself is pretty damn stupid. Which yes, there's some bad eggs in every group, yes, but that doesn't mean the entire group itself is bad. Well, that's the thing that these conservatives, these Christians, don't seem to understand. Yes, there's some bad eggs in every group, unfortunately, but That's reality. That's how it is with people. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Even in this day and age, it's still a thing. But anyway, point being is that I've seen a lot of bad movies. If anything, the vast majority of bad movies I've seen had straight people in it, had straight romance. Does that mean all straight people are bad? Absolutely not. Does that mean they're incapable of making good movies? Absolutely not. If you're gonna be consistently watching movies, you're gonna eventually bump into a bad movie. It's gonna happen unless you sought out to watch bad movies on purpose for whatever reason. And or even with video games, if you play enough video games, you're gonna stumble across a bad video game or two over time, unless you're gonna intensely play bad video games for whatever reason. Same thing with comic books, graphic novels, music, you name it. If you do enough of these things, yes, you eventually gonna bump into something that's lousy. Unless, again, like I just said a moment ago for the third time, you're gonna be intentionally looking for the garbage, the crap. That's something that's shit for whatever reason. Your sexual orientation and where you came from is irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the quality of the story or song or artwork or whatever. That's not that's that has nothing to do with it. Anyway, apparently, according to what this article is saying, like we were saying a moment ago, according to their analysis, of course, about 8 of the more recent releases have been flat flopped, and the company has gone so far through 3 rounds of layoffs in an effort to balance the budget, apparently, according to these people. And of course, in the namesake of diversity, as if diversity is a bad thing. It depends on how it's done. It depends on what the story is, on what they're doing with the story. Is that diversity itself is is bad, but they can't seem to think that beyond that. And of course, other than this, yes, there's a whole Florida thing I keep bringing up on this channel. When it comes to, of course, when it comes to the Parental Rights and Education Act, when it comes, yeah, we're going this again. In reality, let's call it for what it is. It's the Don't Say Gay Act. That's what this is. Don't Say Gay Act. Again, what does any of this have to do with anything? I don't know. What's going on? I don't know. It's like what are you talking about? What is any of these people talking about exactly? I have no clue as to what any of these individuals are talking about exactly. I have no idea. Gay people just want to exist. Okay, that's it. I've said this a number of times already. I'm getting tired of repeating myself. I'm repeating myself and repeating myself and repeating myself. Just leave these individuals alone. They are not bothering you, though you're acting like they are. If there's anybody bothering anybody, it's you. You are doing that. But of course, you don't want to admit that because want to play the victim. Oh, poor little me. And this is also a subject matter I've consistently brought up as well. The victim complex, which a lot of these Christians are known for. The persecution complex, whatever you want to call that. And then they're going to turn around and say the exact same thing towards the LGBT plus community. They're going to act like this. Oh, no, you're acting like it. No, you. No, you. No, you. No, you. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? This is something I've also said quite a few times as well. Anyway, I guess there's not much else I can say, really. Uh, they're trying to say, though, go woke or go broke kind of a thing. Like, they're not doing it. Like, apparently the Disney company's not doing it. It's not getting better because of this. But again, what's the issue? I don't know. I don't understand what's going on here, really. People, they would say that Walt Disney used to be wonderful. Walt Disney used to be great. Walt Disney used to be. Keep hearing the same kind of arguments over and repeatedly because a lot of these individuals keep saying that it's not as good as when they were kids. Yes, this whole damn thing with nostalgia. It's like nostalgia is they're acting like nostalgia is like single greatest thing ever. Yeah, I'm going to the whole nostalgia bit again, folks. And if anybody has been on this channel long enough, You wouldn't know, as far as I'm concerned, the word nostalgia is a naughty word. It's a bad word as far as I'm concerned. Because they're all these individuals and individuals like them uh can't let it go. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be bigoted to be talking nostalgia, I guess. But point being, people like this and people who are similar can't let it go. Can't let the past go. I mean, yes, this does explain for some of the LGBT plus people as well, because they also do the same thing. It's not as good as it used to be and whatnot. They're still making good movies to this very day. If anything, I could criticize the Disney Corporation if they're live action movies. Their live action movies these days are horrible. They're abhorrent. Yet the live action movies are terrible these days. Yes. And as for the animated movies, it's kind of a mixed bag. It kind of depends which one you're talking about. Some of them are still good. They're still making good animated movies. I mean, yes, some are still better than others, sure. But I'm not going to go as far as say that every movie they're being cracking out these days is terrible. I'm not going to say that. But anyway, I'm just saying the people of the LGBT plus community are guilty of the same thing to some extent because they can't let go of the past. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.